Hello, welcome. As you can see, we are, as it right here says, we are playing the Stanley Parable. Yeah, I'm playing the Stanley Parable today. I know this game is hella old, and they just released a deluxe edition, remastered, blah blah blah, whatever, remake. But I don't have the money. Yeah, I don't have the money to buy it. But I do own this. So, yeah, let's play it. And if I sound different, or weird, or wrong, if I sound wrong, yeah, I'm using a different microphone. Yeah, so, if this sounds good, I'll keep on using this. Which it probably will. Anyways, let's begin the game. I've played this a little bit. 5 or 6 I got 2 endings. So yeah. I'm just gonna try something. Never mind.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was...
Let me just check if this... I know it's often that I have horribly loud, much too loud game sound, so I'll put it a bit on lower. Just checking around a little. That should be good. Laptop power saving. I'm sorry if you hear music in the back, but if you do, it's because my freaking family's singing karaoke. Oh, fuck, we missed it. Anyways, I know what he said. He says, this is the story of a man named... You probably also know, but this is the story of a man named Stanley. And my job was to press keys that showed up here. Right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I turned off the computer. Ew, what the hell is this color? Like, seriously, what the hell? It looks like a 60-year-old person's bathroom.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Shut up. Or anyways, I'm in this room, and there's an open door that leads to an extremely weird room. Open! Open! What username access. I can't read. Anyways, let's go. I thought that was blood. It's like, is this a horror game? Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My left. But what happens if I go here? Let's go here.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What the hell happened in here? Anyways, alright. I'm sorry if I'm bad at... I'm just so... It's so distracting to have this fucking music in the background that you guys probably don't hear, fortunately. I hope. Unless it's gonna be one crappy video. Oh, I know, like, nobody watches my videos anymore.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah. Give me soda.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Definitely. Like, who wouldn't want to be in this room right now? It's the nicest room.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Shut up. Sorry if you hear me doing something, I'm just trying to figure out.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
No, I didn't. Fuck you, you don't decide my feelings. Stupid ass piece of crap. Right, like I was saying in the beginning. You gonna talk anymore? No, but like I was saying in the beginning.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yeah. About that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey, that's uncalled for. Warning. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for mouse... Oh shit. Misuse, I meant. Of cargo lift. $1,000. Jesus Christ. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. 5,000. Why don't you have any safety bars? It's such dangerous for me to jump off. But... Right.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm
Let's
not.
go there.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a chance.
Well, what do we have there here then? Share! I'm not funny. No wonder nobody watches my videos. But, seriously, why did you guys watch my front FNAF of a building? It's got like 44,000 views. What the fuck? While my latest video has, which you should totally check out. I don't remember what it is. Oh right, in sound mind. And if it reaches over 30 views, I'll make part 2. Otherwise, you'll never know how it continues unless you look at some funnier and better YouTuber. Anyways, let's go. What do I have here? Glory to Arstutka! It's Papers, Please! Ah. Oh, that's funny.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oops, sorry. Why not the white door? If you really want me to go through the red door, why open the blue door? Hmm? Exactly. Gotcha there, narrator.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Hey, what
Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, I'm colorblind. Not really. He doesn't need to know that.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah. I would really appreciate if you guys watched my other videos.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
What the hell?
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Whoa.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What happens if I go in here? You sneaky son of a...
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, you didn't even give me a choice, so...
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Yeah. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. What happens if I go in here again? Oh, come on!
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, why would it? I dislike leaderboards.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
No. Well.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
4 hours? Hell no! I'm sorry, baby, but...
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
See ya.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Alright. What do you got? Like Minecraft, Fortnite? No.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
A crushed cockroach could make a better dirt house.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond,
All right.
everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Alright. I don't want to go down here. I wonder what seed this is. Wait. Yeah, that's the Minecraft music.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Why would I? By the way, let me know if I should play Minecraft. Or just let me know what I should play.
Oh,
please.
no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh, come on. Minecraft's a good game. Wait.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
If I could leave. Unless I can. Nope. Radio. Come back to me. Oh. Never mind, narrator. I'm just stupid. Just like you.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Does anything happen if I just stand here? Narrator? Nothing? Oh, come on.
Genius.
I know. I'm the best.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work. And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Fuck you, narrator. See ya, narrator. Oh shit, wait, no. Oh. I live. I lived. Ooh, fuck, I can't pick things up. No. I think that's a drop. I think. Can you give me a torch? Fuck. Oh shit, some backroom shit. Hello? I'm sorry if this is a game, because I have no idea what the hell this is. But it really looks like something from, like, the back rooms. Did you stand it? Give me a fucking flashlight or anything! Does this just turn into a horror game now? I dislike not having the narrator. Please come back. I'm sorry. Narrator. I thought someone was in there. Go towards the light. That's always good. Why is this turned into a horror game? The hell? Nothing for me. There's nothing for me to do in here. The hell? Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Yeah, I have a video to record. There we go. Dennis near. Oh, Jesus Christ. The hell? Let's just listen to him this time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's over distribute. Let it ball up beside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other codes. Resent. Fuck. Anyways, my broom closet. I can open it.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Yeah. I haven't finished looking around.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yeah, it's a nice broom closet.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yep.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, Mr. Narrator, the reason is, fuck you.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah, no.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Yep.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
It's chill. They already find me concerning.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Jesus Christ. My guy, what the hell?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Oh, what's this? Ah!
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
Yep, that's me.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
What's my... Ooh, a broom closet!
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Will you say anything else? No? Right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, what if I walked downstairs? I know I said I should listen to him and all, but... Should I? Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Ah, fucking flashbang. Right. Whoa. This push. What the hell happened to the... Why? No, wait. Never mind what I was about to say. Why in the living fuck does this dude have two phones besides each other? Why? Forget it. Ooh, a piano.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible...
I should probably turn on subtitles, I realized. Extras. No. Nope. Audio. Let's go.
Truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845, you said? Sure, I'll type that in.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What do I have over here? Oh. Well. Jesus Christ, it scared the shit out of me. Oop. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Right. Alright,
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
yeah, no, I can. But I'm sorry if I touched the mic again. Yeah, sure, why the hell not?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's just about walking around and pressing buttons, so.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Can I find mine? Mine? Did it just become German? My office. I think it was something with 400 and... there are a lot that's pretty similar. Oh no, there it is! 427. Was that me? I can't remember. But it looked like my office at least. Yeah, I do believe that's my office. Huh? Sorry if I sound like I'm dying of lung cancer. I can promise you, you don't need to
This
worry.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know. You tell me.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
Ouch.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Again, you
But
tell
here
me.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
All right. I'm pretty sure that the first time I did this, I've gotten this ending before. I, right at the end, pressed the wrong button. System power. Oops. Did I do right? This time I did right. Oh, I control.
Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
No.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Huh. Let's get one more ending. Because I know I have a tendency to make real long videos that nobody watches to the end. Let me check how long I've been recording. I swear to God, if it's too long, I can't check that right now. Ain't that just perfect? Alright, I know exactly what.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Blah blah blah.
What
Shut
could it
up.
mean?
Wait.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe it's just me. There's like everything. No. Right.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to
Yeah,
the
blah,
meeting
blah,
room,
blah,
and
shut
Stanley
up.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful
Yes,
room and all.
this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Who? Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yep.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation?
Calm down.
Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Now what's this now?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What now? I'm sorry, a what now?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Oh,
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah,
Whoa,
welcome
what the
back.
hell?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Gonna plug it back in. The outlet's gone. What the hell? Yeah. Alright, alright. Alright. Oh. Why does it have safety rails on it?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What do you mean? Anyways. Yeah, let's continue walking.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
No.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think we'll all know what I'm going to do.
No! Why did you do that?
Dear.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Please don't fuck up reality here too. Oh God!
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
No. No. Don't shut the game down. The recording software I'm using will stop recording. Oh dear. Oh God. Wait, I'm eating Cheetos.
still here in this pile of rubbish, with you.
Wait. Go now!
Who thought you were so clever.
Fuck.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
Nope.
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
The hell?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stop giving me these choices.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. Please be fucked up, please be fucked up, please be fucked up, please be fuck. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah,
Feeling
blah,
a
blah,
wave
blah,
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Come on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He doesn't let me do any wrong choices anymore. Whoa.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Narrator, suck my dick. I'm just kidding. Nightshark 115?
Stanley spoke the code.
Yeah,
Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
5? Or maybe I shouldn't. Let me through. Nightshark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm trying, you piece of shit. Nightshark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Jesus Christ, man. Whoa!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh god, I do not like Stanley.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Oh God, he sounds so sad.
You hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Oh, he sounds so sad.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh God. Alright, one final ending. Then it's enough. This game is like drugs. I can't get enough of it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, shut up.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Shut up.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Narrator, what the hell? Where did I get Kevin from? Yeah, this is definitely different. What the hell's going on here now?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right. No shit, why did I do this? Ah, right.
Yet there was not a single person
Don't
here
get fired.
either.
I do not give a
Feeling a
shit.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. Ah, I was a button. Wait, there's something here. Hi. I make... Ah, I can't read that. You guys know I have glasses?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Wait, what the hell?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's a good...
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh, come on!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, jeez.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Jeez. My brain. Yeah, anyways, that'll be enough for today. Have a nice day. Don't die. Yeah, don't go around screaming insane stuff on the street and then collapse and die. Some woman named Mirabella, or what the hell she was called, might stand and poke guns and yeah, forget it. Goodbye.